Kris Jenner presents Corey Gamble with a set of strict wedding requirements, stating he'll follow instructions. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and updates. Kris Jenner has recently shared her thoughts on when she might marry her longtime partner, Corey Gamble, but it seems there's a big hurdle before any wedding plans can go forward. According to a source close to the couple, the road to marriage won't be easy, as Corey will have to sign a strict prenup and agree to a list of demands that's making him seriously reconsider his decision. Kris, 68, is apparently setting up some serious rules for their relationship, which are making Corey, 43, feel a bit overwhelmed. The insider suggests that these conditions have him questioning if it's really worth it, since the prenup will leave him with little in the event of a divorce. Kris and Corey have been in a relationship since 2014, and rumors about their possible marriage have been circulating for years, especially since Kris started wearing a diamond ring in 2018. Kris herself hinted at marriage when she mentioned she might marry Corey when she turned 70, during a July 2022 episode of The Kardashians. Despite the long-standing nature of their relationship, the insider believes that Kris' demands will not shake up the dynamic between the two too much, but they certainly seem to be adding a lot of stress to the situation. One of the things that has surprised people the most is how strict Kris is about the wedding. According to the source, the upcoming ceremony is going to be one of the most stressful events anyone could imagine. Kris, known for her love of extravagance, wants this wedding to be a massive celebration, potentially bigger than her daughter Kourtney's wedding. Kourtney married Travis Barker in May 2022 in a luxurious ceremony in Italy. Kris is now looking to outdo that, wanting a wedding even grander and with an even larger guest list. She is reportedly aiming for over 1,000 guests and A-list performances throughout the event. Kris has even bigger ideas beyond just the wedding itself. The insider claims that she is pushing for a pre-wedding celebration that would involve a luxurious yacht party in the Mediterranean, where a select group of guests would enjoy the start of the festivities before the wedding even happens. This is just another example of how Kris is envisioning a truly larger-than-life event. Despite being in the middle of her own recovery from a hysterectomy to remove a tumor, Kris is not slowing down on her wedding plans. She's staying focused on the grand vision she has for the event and not giving much thought to how it might be affecting Corey. Corey, for his part, is apparently trying to bring Kris back to a more realistic perspective, as he's worried about the stress that planning such a massive event will create for both of them. While Corey has already had to agree to a lot of rules from Kris, the pressure is only going to increase if they get married. Kris' strong sense of control in their relationship, including her demands for their wedding, has left Corey feeling like he's under even more scrutiny than before. He seems to be questioning whether the stress and expectations are worth it, especially with the added weight of the prenup that's part of the deal. Kris, however, isn't backing down from her dream of an over-the-top wedding. Her drive to create a massive celebration shows no signs of slowing, even as she continues to recover from her surgery. Whether Corey will go along with her demands remains to be seen, but it's clear that Kris has a very specific vision for their big day, and it's one that won't be changing anytime soon. As for Corey, he's likely going to have to learn how to deal with the pressure or face the consequences of not keeping up with Kris' very high standards. Also, Kris Jenner, who will turn 69 in November, has been in a relationship with Corey Gamble since 2014. While they've been together for years, Kris isn't in any hurry to tie the knot with him just yet. However, she's not completely ruling out the idea of marriage either. During an episode of The Kardashians on July 11, Kris was out shopping in Beverly Hills with friends Faye Resnick and Kathy Hilton. While they were hanging out, Kris shared some personal news about her upcoming hysterectomy surgery. She explained how the surgery would involve the removal of her ovaries, which caused her to get emotional. Kathy was surprised by this revelation and expected Kris to announce something different. "I thought you were gonna tell me you're getting married," she said, referring to the long relationship between Kris and Corey. Kris laughed and quickly responded, "I mean, not right this very second." Kathy, in a lighthearted tone, joked about the idea of Kris getting married early the next morning. "I thought you were gonna say 6 in the morning tomorrow." I'm like, that's a little early for me to be, she said. Kris playfully completed the sentence, saying, dressed and ready to go as a bridesmaid. She then added, I mean, you guys can totally be bridesmaids when I get married. So maybe when I'm 70. Kris and Corey first met in August 2014 when they were both in Ibiza for a mutual friend's birthday party. The friend, fashion designer Riccardo Tisci, was celebrating his 40th birthday. After meeting there, Kris and Corey began dating, and they've been together ever since. Though Kris and Corey prefer to keep their relationship private, they've made occasional public appearances together, often attending red carpet events. They've shared sweet moments on social media and even featured in a holiday card together in 2022. Corey also appeared on the family's reality shows, Keeping Up with the Kardashians and the Kardashians. In a 2021 interview with WSJ magazine, Kris spoke highly of Corey, calling him an incredible support system who is well liked by her family. She praised him for being strong, insightful, and a good listener. He's the greatest guy, and he's just an amazing support system for me, Kris said. He really gives me a lot of strength and insight. He's a great sounding board. And he loves my kids and my mom, and they love him. Kris expressed similar feelings in 2022 when she spoke to people while celebrating the launch of her new personal branding masterclass. She shared that Corey had been very helpful in her career. I think Corey is super. He's an amazing guy, she said. He's really supportive and he's really dialed into a lot of the different things. He's very knowledgeable about a lot of the things that I work on, and he really helps me in trying to think through some of the decisions I make. He's such a great person to bounce things off of. I really love his point of view on things. While marriage may not be on the immediate horizon for Kris and Corey, it's clear that they share a strong bond and deep mutual respect for each other. Kris has been open about the importance of their relationship, noting that Corey has been a great support throughout various aspects of her life and career. Whether or not they eventually decide to marry, it seems that they are both content in their partnership and have built a life together filled with love, support, and shared experiences. Kris expressed similar feelings in 2022 when she spoke to people while celebrating the launch of her new personal branding masterclass. She shared that Corey had been very helpful in her career. I think Corey is super. He's an amazing guy, she said. He's really supportive and he's really dialed into a lot of the different things. He's very knowledgeable about a lot of the things that I work on, and he really helps me in trying to think through some of the decisions I make. He's such a great person to bounce things off of. I really love his point of view on things. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.